Hello everyone, it's Norton. I'm back with my first arena video into the 5.4 patch. So this is the patch of the Siege of Orgrimmar and killing Garrosh and everything. Now this is a buddy that I met. His name is Zarthu. He's a warrior. He's way more geared than I am, but we were just doing this for points. And since, you know, arena points and ratings go individually, sorry, arena points never did, but this was our first one. I left this in because I found it ironic that I was so nervous and hyped up for our first arena match, and I'll show you what happens right away. Is the luck of the draw, guys. That's all I gotta say. And kaboom, we won our first one, and I got an achievement for worldwide winner, and we thought it was hilarious. So now to actually talk about the changes. So the biggest change with Druids was that we got another talent as Resto Druids. So I got Genesis is the talent. Now before I talk about Genesis, I just want to show you, I'm about to hit Symbiosis. And when you hit it on a warrior, you'll get Intimidating Roar, which is an offshoot of the warrior talent Intimidating Shout. Now, Intimidating Shout is a CC, which works great for a healer because that's exactly what I need. And to play offensively, that's what I need. And you'll see in this fight exactly. I am pretty offensive, not swearing too much, but I'm pretty offensive. I didn't like this duo that we were going against. Druid and Warrior were pretty good together because he's got a lot of... He can take a pounding. And I can keep him up without actually seeing him. So he'll run in there and he'll try to keep them off me. Now I was worried about the Shadow Warrior. Shadow Warrior, wow. I said Shadow Warrior because Steam just popped up and Shadow Warrior's for sale. The Shadow Priest worried me a little because they can be quite strong. Now the monk was a healer. That usually poses a problem, but we handled this one fairly good. If you'll see, as of right here, I start CCing. Is it right here? No, I'm just kind of trying to stay away from the monk. They do have a few CCs, and I didn't want to get within punching range. So I noticed that, you know, the monk's doing a lot, so I'm gonna try and run up here, and I'm casting my heals. I got CC'd, my trinket's not available, so right here I decide to, where is it? I decide to Cyclone. I think I'm just trying to save my butt at this point. I'll run back up. He's doing fine, so there's no real rush. I will cast Iron Bark on him from time to time. I'll cast Cyclone on the monk because I noticed that the priest is getting low. I have my Nature's Grasp ready to cast it again right as soon as it goes down, like that, and it's an instant. Now I notice he's casting Soothing Mist again. I Typhoon him out of the way. He's out of line of sight. The warrior has a chance to Blade Storm. Monk's trying to pull a few last moves, but it's pretty much too late. Priest is dead. And you will see this monk literally gives up, because even as I know, when you're left as the healer, there's pretty much nothing you can do. That's that. I don't like fighting monk healer monks. I find them tough to deal with, really tough to deal with, honestly. This next one was not fun. Typically, when I go against as a healer with a DPS, I don't mind going against 2 DPS. Why? Because I always have the advantage technically, as long as I stay far enough away if they're melee, or out of line of sight if they're casters. The biggest problem comes when they both catch me right from the beginning. I'm not stealthed, and they both have me in their sights and are both ready to just do a lot of burst DPS. The problem is just as a druid, I don't have high armor or anything, and you know, paladins have a better survivability rate. I try to stay stealthed as long as possible, but you'll see it doesn't really work in my favor. Zarthu's trying to stay hidden. He goes on the offensive, and I noticed like I have to get my hots out there early, because if I don't, they'll get him down quick and I won't have time to catch up. So I cast Genesis because Rejuvenation's on him, and it pretty much will heal 16,000 per second. The mage starts getting on me, so I have to pull Displacer Beast to get out of the way, trying to line of sight, but they keep stunning me. They do a really good job disorient, and then they CC me, and they silence me at the same time, and I literally didn't stand a chance. They had me good, and they literally won fair and square. And you'll see me type, ouch indeed. So that was pretty much the end of that. Zarthu didn't last very much longer after that. Okay, so as I was talking about before, Symbiosis for a warrior, he gets Stampeding Shout, which increases his haste rating, I think, by like 60% or something. This one I was worried about. Again, Fire Mage with Subtlety Rogue. It's a lot of... Subtlety Rogue is just a pain in the butt to fight in arenas. You get CC'd constantly with their kidney shot, and they're blind, and they disappear into the mist again. I think that's the talent. Or Cloak of Shadows or something. They go back into stealth, at least momentarily, and they have enough time to sap you. Oh, it's just a shit show all around. They are the masters of CC. Now, someone would argue that Frost Mages are pretty good. So both of them are hidden as it stands. Zarthu finds the mage, and he gets on it immediately. And this one I held back a little because of what happened in the last fight. The last fight, I unstealthed fairly early, and I paid for it. Now here, I kind of made a mistake because the dust cloud, I couldn't see him right away, and I kind of freaked out. So I saw the rogue coming for me, so I kind of bolted it after I got some hots on him. I ran up the other way. My goal here, I got silenced, and I used my trinket, and then I get polymorphed. Not gonna lie, getting a little worried again. You can see me punch and rejuvenate at the bottom there because I want to get a swift men off right away. Again, I get stunned. These guys are doing very well at keeping me under control. Disoriented for 7 seconds. You got to be kidding me. Zarthu's doing a good job at mitigating the damage. I do get another rejuvenate off on him. I'm stunned again. I did a Displacer Beast into the wall like a noob. I just noticed now that I didn't have Zarthu targeted. See, these are the things that happened to me when I stopped playing for a while. And I blame the patch, because the patch pretty much made it so that I forgot everything. But anyways, I get my life blooms up. I get everything I can up. I wild growth out, and now he's doing fine with health because he already got the mage down. Now it's just us versus the rogue, and it's really not a problem from here. We're both at full health. Even though the rogue is at high health, it would take a very experienced PvPer to take us both down at this point, especially because I'm a healer. If we were both DPS and he was really good at not taking damage and had a high dodge rate and was using his talents appropriately, maybe he could do it. But honestly, there's really no chance, especially with a healer who at least knows what he's doing. So there, I did my aspect of the wild, and I helped out with DPS at the end there just to end it quickly. Okay, so this one, we had a mage, fire mage, and a beast mastery hunter. By the way, if you are a healer, my advice to you is to just avoid beast mastery hunters. I have one. And when you pop all talents, you can really, really hammer out some damage. So, depending on what comes out with them, if a healer comes out, I would probably say go for the healer first. And this is coming from a healer. But honestly, Beast Mastery, they're just a pain in the butt. I'm just looking at my stats for the day. My very high rating there, guys. We had a few wins up until this point, so we were doing pretty good. So now the thing about hunters is that they have camouflage. It gets to be a pain in the butt. my advice for people, for healers, Druid healers especially, but anybody who's going to stealth is hang close to the wall. A lot of people don't run close to the wall when they're stealthed and they're looking. And if you're just kind of looking to hide, like I'm just hiding here, he'll probably never see me. Again, I tried to hold back just for a sec because I didn't want I didn't want them to see me. I still haven't cast a heal yet on him. I'm just kind of making sure I'm out of the way. I'm trying to feel this team out, but honestly, they felt a little bit unorganized. And you'll see what I mean, because it seemed like the Beast Mastery Hunter wasn't trying to dodge damage, and he was staying close to the Hunter, which is a big no-no in the ranged world. You don't go near the warrior. Oi, 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 you don't go near the warrior. So Zarthu's already got the Hunter down to probably 10% now. I get in there. I try to do. I'm doing disorienting roar, trying to help him out. The Hunter's dead now. Now this mage, I got to show you something because I do something fairly impressive here that even impressed myself. This mage knew what he was doing, but I don't think that Hunter did. And I say that because watch how this mage fights on his own. And that Hunter he stayed too close to the melee, and he should have known not to do it. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if his goal was to just down the DPS first and just not worry about it. Now watch. I'm going to do a Displacer Beast and a War Stomp here. And I found it there, right there, to a War Stomp. And I got him. Now he blinked out of it. He was a smart little butthead there. But if you look, now he's down to 25%. He doesn't stand a chance. We're both at full health, and that's really it. So, Warriors definitely got a boost this patch. And if you're wondering why things look like they're looping, it's because they are looping, because I wanted to talk for a bit longer. But Warriors definitely got a boost, and so did Druids, and this is proof of it. My gear's not all that great, but I held my own. And now with honor points, you can get the 497 gear, which is something I have to do because I still have some blues. So, anyways, thanks guys for watching. Follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, like the video, and leave any comments in the comments section below. See you guys soon. Peace!